So let's move on from that and let's get into, this is something that I've never really got to work for me. I think this is probably the future of LinkedIn, which is probably a conversation for another time as well. But how does the CRM elements of this line up? Because you can save companies, you can save individuals, you can group them. And what does this mean, Daniel, for us from a perspective of should we use LinkedIn Sales Navigator as a mini CRM? Is the value in that as well?
Absolutely. And the biggest trap that sales teams fall into with CRMs is you reap what you sow. And what a lot of salespeople don't do is they don't put into the CRM what they need to get the best out of it. And it's the same with Navigator. I love all of the CRM-esque features that you get on Sales Navigator. You can add notes. You can add hierarchy. These are amazing things. Yes, it takes a little bit of upfront time, and that's what puts a lot of people off. You might need to spend a couple of minutes inputting that information. But my word, does it help further down the sales cycle in the following days, weeks, months, years that you may manage that account? Those notes are crucial. I don't know about you, Will. I can remember so much, but my memory's not fantastic. I'm not a human computer. So being able to input that data into Sales Navigator is great. And obviously there are a lot of CRMs that integrate with Navigator to allow you to then, take those notes and details even further. But yeah, absolutely. I think I met quite a few companies that don't have a CRM but have Sales Navigator, and there's quite a lot you can do on there that's equivalent but not a replacement. I do think, just quickly, as you mentioned, the future of LinkedIn and Sales Navigator, I've kind of been expecting ever since Microsoft bought them, the Dynamics to release some sort of really unique, awesome combination with Navigator. Nothing yet, but it wouldn't surprise me if that comes out in the near future.
So I'm super excited about this, Daniel. Clearly it would make total sense for Dynamics 365 or whatever it's called to be rolled into LinkedIn. LinkedIn has the best database, the most up-to-date database of any company ever of contacts. In fact, most databases that you buy or pay for subscriptions to, they're just ripping stuff off LinkedIn one way or another. LinkedIn also have accurate and up-to-date email addresses because people are having to log into LinkedIn. So it's not like when someone wants to change, or if someone changes job, they're going to change their email address. They want to keep that LinkedIn profile current, so they're going to have to log in. So they've always got those updated email addresses as well. Clearly, it is the future of Microsoft's plans. I think it'd be incredibly. It'd be just a terrible move not to integrate it further, I feel.
I don't think you're going to spend billions of dollars on a product or platform like LinkedIn and then not leverage it like that. And especially as Dynamics in reality has such a small market share of the CRM market, this could be, as you say, one of those features or combinations that allows them to take a much bigger chunk, which they should do. It's a good platform. And if they can combine it with LinkedIn, why wouldn't they? And then hopefully after that, they'll release more connectability to other CRMs and also other platforms. LinkedIn traditionally has been very closed with its data, with its with its APIs, and they're starting to open the doors a little bit. But yeah, fingers crossed, we get to see a lot more of that in the coming years.
Do you think that's going to come though? I think that if they do get that deep integration with Microsoft's product, or maybe just Microsoft's product becomes a LinkedIn CRM, whoever kind of brands it is irrelevant. Do you not think they'll just close the doors to everything then? There'll be no APIs, there'll be nothing. And you have to, if you want data from LinkedIn, you have to use their CRM. That would be an incredible selling point for the product in itself.
It would. It'd be a very aggressive, a very competitive selling point. There'll be pros and cons. They will be limiting potential revenue they could generate by offering integration into other platforms that potentially could be charged or licensed. So yeah, yes, it might attract people, but you don't want to monopolize it. I don't know. It's an interesting one, Will. Maybe that's a whole debate we can have. Yeah. What potential opportunities exist for LinkedIn and the pros and cons.